At Expanding You, we know that you want to live in alignment with your deepest values and desires. You've probably done a lot of work already, but you're still not living with the joy, the courage, and that open heartedness you believe you're capable of. Instead, you find yourself caught up in patterns of reactivity, escaping, and procrastinating. And even though you're meditating or in therapy or learning from spiritual teachers, you're just not clear how to get from where you are now to where you know you can be. I get it. That's where our stuck and growth triangles come in. Picture this. You're feeling stuck, caught in sabotaging beliefs and old habits. This could be around performance, belonging, or feeling valued and included. You know something's missing and you're not sure what. Sound familiar? Take, for instance, the limiting belief that you're not respected. Ever find that belief popping up? If so, you might have found yourself shrinking back or overcompensating to prove yourself. It can become a vicious cycle, right? The more you shrink back or overcompensate, the more likely you are to affirm that belief. Our stuck triangle breaks it down into three key culprits: beliefs, recurring experiences, and the proof that backs them up. Let's dive deeper. Those beliefs, often rooted in childhood, lurk in the shadows until something comes along and triggers them. Suppose you're in a staff meeting receiving feedback on a presentation. Even though the purpose of that meeting was to get suggestions and insights, you suddenly feel defensive or think you're being judged. What's really going on? If you have a childhood belief that you're not smart enough, you now perceive these suggestions as criticism that unconsciously confirm that belief. So let's say you respond by becoming defensive and pushing back on the suggestions being offered. This defensiveness or arguing, it's like slamming on the brakes, and it's a way people behave to protect themselves. This kind of quick reaction stops new information from coming in, creating misunderstandings, conflict, disconnection, and it limits new experiences. Without those new experiences, people stay stuck in their beliefs and continue to repeat the same patterns. But guess what? The good news is you can learn to understand these patterns and change them, which takes us to the growth triangle. The growth triangle is framed by new information, new experiences, and integration. The first step is to let in new information. This can include becoming aware of yourself and looking for behaviors that indicate those sneaky thoughts holding you back. For example, behaviors like over-explaining, taking things personally, doubting, justifying, or defending are a result of those hidden limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Other examples of new information might be learning a new concept or teachings, asking questions, or seeking guidance from an expert. As you become open to and welcome in new information, you open the door to growth. Now, here's a hot tip. Gaining new information is great, and you need to watch out for too much information or information that's too advanced. Sure, the info buffet is tempting, but it's about quality over quantity. If we have too much information or it's too advanced, it will be a distraction or create a spiritual bypass. Our desire for instant gratification and looking for that quick fix can lead us to bypass the key elements of putting the new information into action and integrating it. The second step for growth is implementing the new information and having new experiences. So let's go back to that example of getting feedback on your presentation and responding defensively. The new information here is the awareness that your defensiveness is in fact coming from your limiting belief and not a result of the feedback from others. You might also realize that your coworkers, they're working hard to support you. By opening up to this new information, You allow the opportunity for a new experience. For example, you might walk away feeling so supported by your team and then utilize their feedback to create an even better presentation. This brings us to that third side of the growth triangle, integration. This is the element that often gets ignored. It's easy to think that after you've taken action, growth has occurred. Not so much. Integration involves things like reflecting back on the new information and the new experience, noticing what worked or didn't, celebrating the wins, and processing the thoughts and feelings that came up. All of these insights become even more powerful when we share them with others. As important as action is, the third element of integration allows the brain to really lock in the new information and experiences. When you process and integrate your new learning, you're actively building new neural pathways rather than running old automated patterns. This is why our program uses skill building pages and live sessions to guarantee your integration, a key to success that's so often missed. Think of the growth triangle like a 3-course meal for your mind: new information, new experiences, and integration. That's the gist of our approach. Our programs offer videos for new information, skill building pages to put that information into action, and our live sessions to solidify your progress. Ready to break free from that stuck feeling? Let's do this. Click the link below to take our quiz and find out how you can expand your growth.